This is Salt's YouTube and we are having hot topic conversations, and today I'm joined by Tim.
Hello.
It's Tim.
Hi.
And Tim has joined us because he does a very specific job which gives him very specific insight into relationships. Tell the guys what you do.
So I am a family lawyer, which is, I guess...
That's not how I say it.
A nice word. You probably call it a divorce lawyer.
If people ask... I say that you're a divorce lawyer.
Yeah.
And you're a Christian divorce lawyer as well.
Indeed, yes.
That's an interesting... I can't wait to dig into this because there's
mix.
a lot to sort of process within that, isn't there?
Absolutely.
From what you've seen of couples when they're in this sort of worst case scenario, I mean, no one marries thinking that they're going to end up with
Of course not.
divorce
No,
lawyer.
of course not.
Are there patterns that you can see that... systematically that have caused the breakdown in the relationship? Things that you can see that are really consistent across some of these worst situations?
One thing I love about my job is I'm dealing with people and their personal issues and their really deep personal issues.
Often at quite a vulnerable moment as well.
One of the most vulnerable times in their life. That's divorce is one of those horrible big
traumas,
big black holes that you can not fall in, but that you can be in during your life. So similar to if you suddenly get fired and you lose your job and then you're like, oh my goodness, I had everything sorted and now my world's
ripped out from under you,
shaken up a bit. So every case is completely different. There are different factors at play. There are they might have kids, might not have kids, might be in an international family, might not be. And so there are always different factors for every different case, and every case is unique to them. So in terms of why that relationship has come to an end, it's always completely different. And spoiler alert here, I'm afraid, about what I'm going to say a lot.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the factors about why the relationship has broken down would come back to one simple word, which is communication.
Really?
I think good communication can help so many of the reasons why some people find their marriage breaking down.
So the actual sort of influencing factors differ massively, but often in getting through them and recovering from them, communication is a potential answer.
That can be the bad communication or miscommunication or zero communication can be the root cause, and then from that other things flow. So the product of that could be, oh well, you did this, you did that. Well, if you told me about this or that, then we wouldn't be there. So in terms of one thing which makes a really healthy relationship, just getting that basis and that grounding of really good communication early, and then it's just natural. It's like anything. If you get in the habit of it, that becomes
so
easy.
Even well before we're talking about marriage, say you're like girlfriend, boyfriend, early stages of that, you think that's a good time to make sure that you don't want to rush intimacy too quickly when it comes to sort of spending your life story and things like that.
Sure.
But when things are frustrating you, or when you have an expectation, or when you thought something might be a bit different, just really kindly flagging that up. And it's quite a good way of seeing how somebody responds to, I want to say conflict, but it doesn't even, it's almost a stage before conflict, just like a conversation that could be a bit uncomfortable.
A bit of friction.
A little bit of friction. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think as we were saying earlier, sort of marriage isn't this magic wand where it's just like, boom, we're married, everything's perfect.
Yeah.
So things won't necessarily change in your relationship when you suddenly have that amazing wedding day and you get married. The problems you've had before, with communication or whatever, in the months beforehand, particularly in the lead up to a wedding, right?
Yeah, stress,
They won't magically disappear when you've had it. So there's a phrase which is, fix the roof whilst the sun shines.
Oh, I love that.
And so that's basically just saying that if there are little bits of friction, some issues, fix those before
have those conversations.
Too long, whilst you're still in a really good place in your relationship, and get those sorted now, because it'll be a lot easier then. And rather than brushing it under the carpet and then just keep brushing, and then suddenly
Yeah. I think for some people there is this feeling that like, you just want an easy life. You don't want sort of high drama. You don't want to argue all the time. And therefore, you shouldn't need to have those conversations. You shouldn't, those friction conversations, oh gosh, here we go again.
Yeah.
But actually, I see those as great insurance against the drama. The adult, mature, sitting down, I was expecting you at this time. Or look, I sort of expressed something to you there and I felt like you dismissed me a bit.
Yeah.
Doing that means that you don't end up feeling completely ignored and then just absolutely blowing up one day and either storming out of the relationship or starting a huge fight. I think when couples say like, oh, we never fight, I think that's phenomenal.
They're lying.
Well, it's phenomenal if what they mean is we never shout at each other and communication never gets to the point of breakdown because we have difficult and uncomfortable and not very fun conversations, little and often.
Yes, exactly.
That's kind of, I think, how you stop yourself from getting to that point.
There's nothing worse from being in that situation where you have that sort of inner resentment almost of and you're just being like, I'm doing this, but I'm doing it begrudgingly because this happened or that happened.
Yeah, exactly.
And whereas if it's just all...
Or almost doing things as a test to see the reaction and like, are they going to be sufficiently grateful? Here I am putting myself out again just to be ignored and not given recognition.
Exactly.
I don't know. I've never experienced it.
No.
So what else have you seen then? What other little snippets have you got from interacting with your clients who are in this position? You think, I'm never going to do that. Noted.
Yeah, exactly.
Wives do not like that.
That's on the list. No, I think there are lots of sort of healthy things which I've seen people do which can really help. So, for example, it's really healthy for both parties to have that's such legal language. Sorry, both parties
hereinafter referred to as the couple.
For both sides to maintain sort of interest outside of the home, because otherwise that can get something really intense and it's really good to have that outlet.
Your individual identity. You're not now just one part of this relationship.
Yeah.
You are one part of that relationship, but you're also yourself as an individual. You don't want to lose the things that you enjoyed or felt passionate about.
And make you happy as well. I mean, obviously your wife or husband will make you happy, and the kids, etc. But also, that sort of five-a-side football on Sunday morning, or the
Married at First Sight marathon sessions.
Yes. Also, I think communicating with each other and knowing what the other's dreams, aspirations are, and supporting those. So that might be, for example, career. Knowing, and also them knowing yours.
Yeah.
So that suddenly, if I get married and my wife's, completely killing it in whatever she does, and she has to do, work this or that, because, that's her goal. Her career goal is to get, wherever it is. And then I need to know about that just so that I can, support her in that.
Yeah.
And also not do things to sort of trample on that or get in the way of that. And then vice versa. As well. So it's that sort of mutual support of each other's aspirations and goals. But in order to do that, it comes back to
communication.
Boom. A-star.
There are different attitudes towards divorce in the church than there are in the world. But actually, you were saying earlier that the statistics are pretty much the same. Is that?
I haven't got hard stats for you.
Okay.
So, fact check. But as far as I'm aware, the stats on divorce are similar.
Similar
both
in the
church
community
and outside the church.
Yeah.
And those stats, sadly, are quite high. I think it might be sort of around the sort of 40% mark.
I did see something on Instagram, the source of all this research, that said couples are far less likely to break up if they pray together.
Interesting.
And I guess all we can do is share our opinion on that. Or do you have a stat?
No. Well, all I'm saying is, again, that's coming back to, what is prayer? It's communication. There we go. Yes.
Yeah. It's sort of a vulnerable moment and a good touch point, and she just She just loves her Uncle Tim.
Really.
And I think that's quite beautiful, really, the idea that there's an intimacy to that. There's a spiritual intimacy and there's an intimacy shared between the two people as well as with God. So I can imagine that being quite a nice, tender touch point in the day.
Yeah.
If the day feels a bit fraught and busy and kids screaming or the dog climbing on you or work, whatever it is, you've got that kind of even just 5 minutes to sort of sit. It's just the two of you, a bit quieter, chat to God.
Absolutely. And I think if you build that in early and make that a habit.
Do that whilst the roof is sunshiny. Well, this has been brilliant. There is so many things to think about. And I think even engaging with these conversations before you get into a relationship can have you in the right mindset for the fact that it's not just going to fall together and you've got to do your bit and they've got to do their bit and keeping that communication high.
Yeah, I was going to say, the one thing to take away from today would be...
communication.
There we go.
Get out there and communicate. Thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe to Salt's YouTube channel. We have got plenty more hot topic conversations.